All right, thanks for opening up this email and checking out the VIP video for Underground Strength Insider. Most people don't even open the emails, so the reward goes to the person who not only opens the email, but either watches the whole video or reads to the bottom of the email. So you guys saw that I was holding up a copy of a newsletter called Hard Training. It's from Dr. Ken, who has been a big inspiration to me. And this whole stack of Hard Training newsletters were gifted to me by my friend, Coach John McKenna. Awesome, awesome guy, all about the basics and hard work. He's a strength coach at Notre Dame Prep High School, which is in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, which is South Jersey, near Philly. But he's, him and I are old school at heart. So I want to read to you the first paragraph from this newsletter. And if you're asking where to get it, you probably got to find them on eBay. These were published. This is 99. And I've got newsletters here from 2001. So it looks like 99 was the beginning years. Maybe there were other times. But, Dr. Ken was writing for Iron Mind magazine. I don't know for how long, a long time. But I remember when he wrote how he would no longer, that this would be his last article. He said, I just don't know how many different ways I could talk about hard work on the basics. And I feel and almost fear that that might be me one day. Because, today when I trained the athletes, I'll tell you what we did. After a warm-up, we did calisthenics, we did kettlebells, sleds, a lot of band work. I do a pretty high-volume warm-up. So those of you that are inside of my Gladiator Strong program, you experience those warm-ups. And then we do sleds, then we do a 400-meter run. They work. But then once we got going, we did tire flips, and some of the guys coupled it with jumps. After tire flips, we did overhead pressing with a barbell. We used a thick handle neutral bar, coupled it with pull-ups, and we did 4 sets of pull-ups. And if you were strong, 2 sets were weighted, 2 sets were body weight. After that, the guys had some different things that they did. One group did 10 minutes. Sorry, guys, I had a protein shake. One group did 10 minutes of 5 reps of dumbbell bench, 5 reps of pull-ups. That's if they didn't do the pull-ups with the overhead pressing. I'm trying to think of what the next group did. The other group did sleds, dips, and side raises. 3 exercises, 3 sets. But I'm going to post up some videos. I actually recorded a lot of stuff, so I'm going to make that a behind-the-scenes video inside of the Underground Strength Academy. So let me get to the first paragraph in Hard Training. So the title says, this is simple stuff. Actually, let me read, what the subtitle is right up there. To provide information and to stimulate thought on the art of strength training, read not to believe, but to weigh and consider. AS. I'm not sure who AS was, but I love that because strength training to me is an art. It is a place where I lose myself and find myself. And I think if you could get to that place, I can't teach you how to get to that place. It has to be in your heart. It has to be something that you're about. If you could get to that place where training is your art form, then the results come. The beauty is in the training. It's in the journey. So let's read the first paragraph. Strength training is simple, easy to understand, and when all is said and done, exciting and interesting. However, for selfish motives and reasons related to nothing more than true belief, many would have the uninitiated trainee think otherwise. So Dr. Ken is saying people are peddling fads and gimmicks. They're trying to dupe you. They're trying to trick you outside of the basics. No matter what aspect of strength training attracts one's interest, there truly is a bottom line to the eventual success or failure of the trainee, and yet that bottom line, the most important determinant of making it or breaking it, is rarely given the emphasis it needs to receive. According to your source, the most important detriment may vary, and certainly what I express here is no more than my opinion. So I like that. He's just saying, listen, this is my opinion. These are the experiences I've had. And you got to remember, Dr. Ken trained in Zuber's gym. He trained out of the original York Barbell Club. I mean, he is a lifer. He is a true to the core man. He's about the iron therapy. However, this opinion, born of 40 years of observation and interest, approaches the most unsavory, unpopular, and disagreeable aspect of proper productive training. Yes, one's level of intensity will be the ultimate determinant of their eventual success. So he put it a bit eloquently saying, hey, this is my opinion. He's saying that if you're new or maybe even an intermediate, people are trying to trick you into thinking you could get away from the basics. Then at the end, he goes, ultimately, how intense do you train? How hard do you work? And I'm going to take it a step further. If you don't work hard outside of the gym, you can't get strong. If you don't work hard on your nutrition, your sleeping, your visualization, if you're not obsessed about the training, you're not going to achieve the results. So tomorrow is Friday. Yesterday, which was the 4th of July, I deadlifted. I did sandball shouldering. I did calisthenics. I did sled drags. I did arms. I did dips. But guess what? I've been thinking about squatting since the workout was done, since 4th of July. I've been thinking about squatting, which is coming tomorrow. I'm thinking about squatting 48 hours in advance. So you've got to get obsessed about it. And that's another thing I can't teach you to do. I could give you training. I could give you a training program to follow. I could assess your technique, whether you're inside Gladiator Strong or the Underground Strength Coach, the Underground Strength Academy Forum. I could assess your technique, but I can't push you. You've got to push yourself. I don't need a training partner. I love when I get to train with my buddy Griffin, but since him and I, with our kids growing up, it's been super hard. But I destroy my training. I want to show you 2 books that I love, Super Squats and Keys to Progress. Okay, so Super Squats, Randall Strawson, and Randall Strawson, John McCallum. So you guys can find these on Iron Mind website, which I love. I mean, I even love just getting the Iron Mind product catalog because it makes me want to be stronger. Before I let you go, let me see if I could give you one more paragraph from this. This is a tough call between these 2. This one says, a dose of weight room reality, what it takes. I oftentimes speak about what it takes. And then this one's great. What the hell are you doing now? And really, what the hell are you doing now? Like, what program are you jumping on now? What new exercise are you doing? But let's talk about what it takes. Let's see what Dr. Ken says. But the front is a little bit torn up. Let's take it. Let's take it down as far as we can. I have been and remain fortunate that I'm friendly with and casually acquainted with and often speak with many of the professional and college strength coaches around the country on a weekly basis. And by the way, Strong Life podcast that I posted 2 days ago is with Joe Ken, my man House. He's with the Carolina Panthers. That guy is awesome. Some agree with the training methods my wife and I utilize with our athletes. Some have been gracious enough to give me credit for having a positive influence upon their work. I'm completely, grateful for coming across his information. And others believe that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing and couldn't get King Kong to demonstrate any type of strength gains. Now, I don't agree with everything Dr. Ken does. I'm not in agreement with that. Always destroy yourself intensity, but I love the odd objects. I love training intense, but there's got to be times where we have some volume work. There's got to be some times where we're not as intense. But anyway, however, a difference in training philosophies and opinions has not prevented these men and women from maintaining cordial and respectful relationships with me, and in some cases, friendships lasting for many years. So that means you could disagree with another strength coach, but it's like there's a time and place, something might work now, but it won't work 5 years or 5 months or 5 weeks from now. Or it was good 5 weeks ago, but now's not the time for it. This has allowed me to visit a number of facilities and observe what these hardworking individuals actually do with their athletes on a day-to-day basis. There are many strength coaches who will call another professional in the field and ask, "What are they doing over there?" Over there, usually referring to a successful program. There is always interest in what the other guy's doing, and it is my opinion that no one on any staff works harder or longer than the strength and conditioning coach. So let me say two things about that. The strength and conditioning coach is in early and stays late. He or she is at the sport practices. He or she is there for the warm-up, for the prehab, for the rehab, for the stretching, for the cooling down, for the mindset. Hell, you couldn't make the morning lift. I'm here at 12 noon. They're around at all these times. What is the best sport team in college? Those athletes are oftentimes just amazing athletes. What I'm saying is this, is that James the Thinker Smith, who I've also had on the Strong Life podcast, he said, "Zach, at the professional level and the highest level of Division I talent," he goes, "these guys are so genetically gifted, so talented." He goes, "We could hit them in the balls with a sledgehammer, and 10 minutes later, they'll go out and play the greatest game of their life." And he said, that's how little of an impact our strength and conditioning has on their actual performance. And a good part of him is right, but I like to believe that we play a bigger impact than just that little. And when I say performance, it's mental, it's physical, it's all encompassing. There is always interest in what the other guy is doing. And it is my opinion that, so I already read that. If a program is not successful, it's almost never because the coach in charge is not putting the time or effort into his or her job. The hours are long, but the strength coach is usually in a position to have a very close and enduring relationship with each player. A relationship that is different from that of other coaches. As important as it is to develop the skill, and this is where it's hard to see. The skill, I don't know what that says, position on the field, the football player, football is my primary focus, or even professional career with the strength coach relative to his position coach. The atmosphere in the strength training facility is such that players can develop a close and trusting relationship with those who are there expressly for the purpose of helping them improve their physical capabilities so that they can be as successful as possible. And when I'm training the physical, I'm training the mental. It's never separate. If nothing else, this in part is what drives the strength coach to put in the time and dedication. Their relationship with the many players they must literally and figuratively care for. All right, I'll say this. I'll finish with this. I've got, 2 underground strength gym locations. I've been at the Division I level twice. I can't teach another strength coach to care for the kids. I can't teach you to love the kids. That's either in your heart or it's not in your heart. It's in my heart. I love the kids. And that's why I'm willing to bleed for the kids. But when you're not, if you are a strength coach, I don't know, I guess that's all I'm saying, guys, is you got to love these kids if you're a coach. That's will lead you to doing the reading of the books, the traveling to seminars, the researching. I got books all over my desk, guys. It's a mess. Left to right to everywhere. There's books. I'm going to be consumed of an avalanche of books. That's it for the Underground Strength VIP Insider. I'll do this every month where I hook you guys up with a private video that I'll post public on YouTube. Gladiator Strong, that's on Train Heroic, Underground Strength Academy. And I'm going to start doing some unique things for the membership areas, like underground strength gatherings for free. Now, is it really free? You're paying $10 a month, $20 a month for my membership sites. We could all say that it's not legitimately underground strength gatherings for free. Now, is it really free? You're paying $10 a month, $20 a month for my membership sites. We could all say that it's not legitimately free. But I normally, seminars are several $100s with me. But if you're a member of these academies, I'm going to start doing something like once a year for free. I'm out, guys. Have an awesome night, morning, day, whatever you got. Live the code, baby.